Right, let's get this party going then.
I wanted to know about the belly button.
Always. Hello, everyone. Eric Watson here, freelance writer, player of games, writer of words, recorder of videos, and tabletop role-playing aficionado. Welcome to our weekly live-streamed Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition online role-playing adventures. I am joined, as always, by my wonderful friends. Chris, playing Valravin, the Eladrin Bard of Eloquence. I had to add the subclasses on here, by
yes,
the way.
you did.
Heather, playing Frey, the Halfling Barbarian of the Beast, will be joining us soon. Yes. Rochelle playing Celeste, the half-orc Sun Soul Monk, joining us in a bit. Raymond is here, playing Edmund, the human alchemist artificer.
Hello.
And Reese, joining us soon, playing Thimbleweed, the gnome swarmkeeper ranger. We stream our sessions live on YouTube every Friday evening. You can watch all of our D&D live series as well as reviews and Let's Plays on my YouTube channel. Read weekly session recaps at rogue1watson.com. Watch my behind-the-scenes No Players Allowed live series, Crafting Icewind Ale, every Thursday. Head on over to our live post-session discussion Frostside chat after our show tonight. You can also listen to all of these live D&D shows with the Rogue Watson podcast, available wherever you get your podcasts. I forgot to tell everybody about that last week. The podcast has actually been out. That was a soft launch. But yes, we are. I've been converting, and this took some time. I converted our current campaign, the crafting series, obviously the show, and then the Frostside chats into a podcast format for your listening convenience. If you use Apple Podcasts, feel free to give us a excellent review. That would be appreciated. I don't think Spotify or the other ones have reviews, but you can follow me on Twitter at Rogue Watson and join our official Discord server with the invite link in the description below. If you'd like to support the channel, please check out patreon.com/Rogue Watson. Shout out to new patron this week, Nathan. For our campaign, we use Roll20.net. For video chat, we use Discord. And for streaming, I use Open Broadcaster software with Streamlabs. Our music is by Kevin MacLeod, and our amazing original character art was done by Jimmy McClure. Previously on Rime of the Frostmaiden. After a long rest in Tourmaline, the innkeeper Cora confided that she recently had problems with her teenage son. The young man had disappeared while exploring, returning the next day acting strange and mean. She found a weird black crystal in his room, and he threatened to kill her over it. A pair of tieflings wearing amulets arrived at the inn and convinced him to come with them to their castle, never to return. She hoped the Marshals would look into it and make sure her son is all right. The party purchased some gear and supplies, though failed to heal Celeste's injured arm before heading off toward Kelvin's Cairn in search of a previous adventuring party. As they neared the Dwarven Valley, they nearly ran into a prisoner escort. A dwarf in tattered rags was manacled and being marched out of the valley by 4 dwarves with weapons ready. The Marshals tried to use their station to demand answers, but the dwarves were defensive and brisk, only mentioning that the prisoner was being exiled due to madness. When Thimbleweed poked the prisoner, he snapped his head up, howled in fury, busted out of his manacles, stole the axe off of one of the dwarves, killed another, and leapt at Thimbleweed with a brutal slash. The scene erupted into combat, with Edmund transforming the snow into grease, Thimbleweed using his bug swarm to retreat, and Frey eagerly getting in the prisoner's face. The prisoner recklessly attacked her with a flurry of axe strikes, but Frey stood her ground, and the others swarmed the insane dwarf, including the other dwarf guards. For several volleys, the strangely powerful, crazed dwarf finally went down in a bloody heap. The dwarves reluctantly revealed the story. He was a miner who had bragged about finding a black obsidian rock that looked like a crystal. Soon after, he began acting strange, muttering to himself in dark tunnels. When someone confronted him, he attacked them, nearly killing them. The clan leader confiscated the crystal and ordered the dwarf be exiled. The Marshals were concerned about these reports of black crystals negatively affecting people. Edmund was desperate to find this black ice, even digging into the dead dwarf's chest before they revealed that the clan leader had taken it. The party suggested they should travel to the valley and follow up on the crystal, but after a bit of back and forth, the dwarves refused, rejecting the Marshals' authority and claiming they could take care of their own. The party grudgingly left them behind and continued their trek toward the mountain.
I don't know if it was grudgingly.
He muted you.
I have unmuted her now. I remember to do that after.
We'll talk about that later.
I didn't need you.
you.
Yeah. So, you guys are approaching the mountain. It extends hundreds of feet into the air. It is not the tallest mountain in the world, yet it sticks out among the flat tundra and nearby valley like a frozen sore. It's the biggest thing about it is there's just nothing else. There's no mountain range around here. Just one giant-ass mountain kind of in the middle of this opened tundra area. And you guys don't have a guide or anybody that knows their way around this
We have a ranger.
particular mountain.
Was that an option?
You do have a ranger. You have a cattail on the camera. That's pretty funny. Which I would ask that ranger to make a survival check as he attempts to find basically some way of ascending this mountain or signs of basically find the tracks from where the other ones presumably went up the mountain as well. So I'm going to
what
take.
we know is that they were coming from East Haven. Is that right? They were going to meet in East Haven, then go up to this mountain, something like that.
We don't know when or if they're still in
Yeah.
East Haven. We just went to the mountain
Right.
because that sounded like a good idea.
Yeah, your information is limited, but I will go ahead and roll that survival check. And I believe they told us ahead of time that they were going to be running late this session.
They did.
Let's go
I think we used to
survival.
butcher this week. Am I the only one?
I think you might be, maybe
I
I don't know.
wasn't sure. I asked earlier because I forgot.
I think that's next week, but we will find out. All right, this is the survival check. With his +6, he rolls a 13, which means
the DM should be allowed to roll for us anymore.
it's going to take a little bit longer as you all spend another extra hour basically searching around this area. Thimbleweed, is sometimes able to find tracks and other times kind of loses them. It's extremely cold. Conditions are really bad. And I'm actually going to need all of you to give me Constitution saves as you are exhaustingly trekking around the base of this mountain trying to find where you need to go.
Boy. Con saving throws. It's not good.
There's...
I'm going to go ahead and use my inspiration on that. That's pretty bad.
You don't want frostbite?
I don't want frostbite.
Can't be /.
Oh my god.
Whoops! I don't know why that rolled with advantage.
Waste.
I don't know what things get clicked on.
Oh, that was
I got
with
a 12.
Okay. This is Celeste, which also should not have rolled with advantage.
The
15.
character sheet sometimes defaults to the advantage being clicked. It's weird.
Didn't even notice, yeah. Alright, this is Thimbleweed.
And defaulted advantage also, but
10.
We all have frostbite now.
Ha!
no, I got a 14.
14's not frostbite, I know that. But it is Valravn, you have a level of exhaustion because of this forced march around the base of the mountain before finally Thimbleweed is basically able to find signs of where they are. The rest of you managed to, some of you barely.
Is exhaustion something that's tracked on here?
It should be above your money, I think.
Above my money. Let's see.
Oh, it's not there.
Maybe I have to turn it on or something.
Oh.
Oh yeah, it's not there this time. Yeah, you might have to turn it on.
Yeah, I bet it's one of the
On the right
option
side,
codes.
general options. fifth line from the bottom. Show exhaustion tracking.
Yep.
There it is. Yep.
Interesting. Defaults to having
Thank you.
not tracking exhaustion.
Disadvantage on ability checks. Wonderful.
You're really cold. You're cold
really
and you're
cold.
miserable. It's a bad time.
Balravin probably, for the first part of this trip, he probably would have his, like clothes just open, like, halfway down his chest like he normally would before he finally gets the message and starts, like, bundling up.
Yeah. Yeah, you're respecting the cold now.
Yeah. Takes me a little while, but I get to respect it.
So, like I said, it takes a little bit of extra time, but finally Thimbleweed is able to call you over, and he spots signs of what look like tracks and also like sled going into a certain kind of little ridge and area at the base of this mountain. And you follow this path for a little bit, and then it kind of opens up, and you see several tents pitched in the snow near an icy outcropping that acts as a natural windbreaker. As you get closer, you see the campsite is a complete mess. There are smashed crates, overturned sled, debris from cooking supplies and other tools just strewn across the snow. Some of the tents are kind of tattered and kind of flapping a little bit in the wind. Your immediate attention, however, is drawn to a lumbering bear-like beast with the head of an owl, and it is currently on its hind legs, roaring menacingly at what appears to be a single sled dog tangled up in some reins. As you are approaching, the bear's back is to all of you. You are about 30 feet away, and this sled dog, who is kind of half growling, half whining, seems to be tangled up in some reins and is about a little bit on the other side of the bear from where you all are.
So it's the dog, and then the bear, and then us.
Correct.
Bear.
The bear's got his back to us.
And right now, I'm going to go ahead and put you guys on this map, actually.
Yeah.
Can I
we're gonna
get Celeste to throw me?
At this moment in time, right now, the bear has not noticed you. If you want to tell me you want to do something, let me know. If it requires approaching in any way, it will require a stealth check against the bear's just passive perception at that point.
How far away?
Unless I have Celeste throw me.
How far away are we from it right now?
Are you currently on the map?
Yes.
Probably. Let's check. Yes. Yes, I am. Oh, that's not what I was expecting when you said a bear with the head of an owl. I was expecting a more classic picture of a bear with the head of an owl.
Oh yeah.
If you've seen bears with heads of an owl in books or something, you might not have seen one that looked like this.
Yeah.
Might think it was some kind of snowy variant.
No, a polar one.
Yeah, it looks suitably adapted to this environment.
Interesting. Let's see. I will probably just immediately try to cast a spell on him.
I'm gonna have Celeste try to chuck me.
Okay.
Oh, okay, that one. They have to understand me. I have to start paying attention to my spells now, which ones that people have to understand my language and which ones they don't.
Yeah.
There's like...
Do they have to understand? Or is mockery universal?
Yeah, that's right. Sometimes it's universal, sometimes it's not.
Yeah.
It depends on the ability.
Yeah, so if you guys want to line up some kind of surprise round that doesn't involve approaching, then we can just do that.
Yes, Valravin will, begin casting a spell.
Okay.
I don't know if we have any time. Do we have enough time to like talk, or is this just like a reaction sort of thing? Like
The
how
quicker you
react
do,
to
the more the
fighting
DM will let you get away with things, basically.
Well, then Valravin will just kind of slightly whisper to the rest of the party. Perhaps I can convince him to flee into the night.
Luck with that, pal. He looks pretty vicious.
Ray's already like trying to climb up Celeste at this point. Saying, throw me quickly.
Toss me. All right. So for the purposes, I know our house rules say that usually the players disappear, but since they are coming hopefully soon, who wants to control Celeste and who wants to control Thimbleweed for the purposes of our current situation?
I can control Celeste because I played a monk before.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take Thimbleweed.
Yes. Try.
Add that control.
How does that come?
Ray, you have control of Celeste.
Anything on that? Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Robin has control of Thimbleweed.
Hmm?
Alright, so you should be able to open their character sheets and see all of their toys.
Cool.
And then you guys can plan a surprise round, and we can also roll initiative.
Oops. Ignore that.
What I don't have is control over Thimbleweed's token, though. To click on him for the initiative.
Okay. Determined by character.
Oh, yeah, so I should.
Yeah.
Maybe have to put the token back on now that I have control.
Yeah.
I control right away though.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
Of Celeste token?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll try to just put him back on the map.
Weird. There we go.
Yep.
Turn it off, turn it back on again.
Yep.
Oh, I need to actually do this, don't I?
Roll it. Yeah, and I'm not rolling for the sled dog because it appears to be kind of tangled up and not able to do anything. Alright, so we've got Edmund, Celeste, Prey, Thimbleweed, Valravn, and the bear. So you guys are going to be getting a surprise round since you're able to come up on it. Combat music. And Edmund, you get to react first.
So, Frey's climbing up Celeste.
Mhm.
I guess.
Thanks, bro.
You should be familiar with this, because I believe you did this in the mine.
Did they?
You used her as a ladder at one
I'm
point.
sorry?
You climbed up her.
Oh, right. All right. I can't see the dog that well, so.
Yeah, those of you without dark
You guys
vision,
okay if
it's still very dark during the day. It's very unsettling. This is daylight, and this is about as light as you get for those of you without dark vision. Even though, and I've included your magic stones here, so that's why you've got a little bit more light within a 10-foot radius around you.
Okay, well, surprised. Or surprising it. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna make magic stones, make these snowballs super hard, and what's my range? 60, I think.
That does it.
Hit the bear.
Yes.
3. Come on.
All right, pelts into that bear's backside.
Whack!
Hey, Emily. Leave that dog alone. Oh, crap.
Yes, remember the end turn button. So I actually can hit the arrow, so I can hit y'all's end turn button, but that kind of is against the point, because I would like for all of you to have, obviously, be able to hit your own end turns. All right, still the surprise round. Go to
We'll get it by the end of this
Celeste. Do we need to re-familiarize with our raid chucking rules?
Yes, we're gonna have to re-familiarize ourselves with this
Familiarize.
for the first time.
All right.
You're trying to get her to throw you, right? So that should be
Yeah.
a pretty.
And the way to do that is by controlling that
Should go
character
well,
and
right?
forcing them to do it. All right, so
She can't turn
under
you down. She's not here.
correct.
Exactly.
Under additional combat actions, we have the fastball specials. An action you can throw one willing creature that is at least one size smaller than you. You can throw the creature up to a distance in feet equal to twice your strength score. This movement doesn't provoke opportunity attacks. What is Celeste's strength score?
12?
Okay.
Or is it the 1?
No, it'd be the 12. So you can throw you 24 feet.
The big number.
Okay.
So
So
you
I'm
may
gonna
need
make
to
her
step
go.
up.
Yeah.
So
Or
she's
take
gonna
2
pick
steps
you
and then
up
she'll hug
and,
me.
and yeah, run forward and hook you.
Yeah.
So as a reaction, the fastball can make one melee attack against a creature within its reach during or after the movement. On a hit, the attack deals an extra 1d6 bludgeoning damage. And then you have to make an
So
acrobatics
is that my
check.
reaction or Celeste's reaction?
Your reaction. The person being thrown. The fastball.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, it doesn't require any kind of check for her to do that. It looks like she just automatically can throw that far. And
Okay.
then you make an attack roll, and then if it hits, you'll deal some extra damage.
Okay.
Essentially using her action to do this.
Wait. Oh, it's this one. Okay.
You feel like a 12 is gonna just miss this bear, though. Your first fastball special, it's a little hard to orient your weapon in the direction you need to go.
Yep. Wait, what did I roll? I rolled a 7. Okay, I can't reroll that.
So Celeste throws you. I guess you can kind of pick anywhere within that range. And at the end of the movement, you have to roll an acrobatics check. DC 10 plus the number of 5-foot increments thrown or fall prone.
1, 2, 3,
So if you can
4,
land on your feet.
5. So 15.
Yes. DC 10. DC. There you go. All right. So you are able to find your footing. You can land with a superhero pose. You just missed coming up with the axe attack.
And now it's my turn.
That is true.
Right there.
Uh, 15 does hit. Go ahead and hit the end turn on Celeste.
Oh, yeah. Do 7 damage to the owlbear.
All right. Yeah, you are in this thing's face, and now it is roaring and grunting angrily at you.
I'm not gonna rage, so.
All right. What would we like Thimbleweed to do?
Thimbleweed's gonna just fire his arrows at this sucker. Yeah, his short bow. I don't know if there's a. Actually, you know what? I probably should have read this favorite foe stuff. Oh, he's only got 2 of those per. Okay. Yep, just a short bow attack. 16.
That does hit. And yes, Duca Frey was just yeeted at the bear.
Yeet!
All right, that arrow finds purchase and sinks into that bear's flank. Still roaring angrily. You are like gnats to this bear.
He is going to use both Piercer to reroll the d6,
Oh,
which is so instead he does 10 damage.
okay.
He is also going to use his Gathered Swarm and make it take an extra 1d6 damage from his bugs.
Ooh. The bugs travel on the
I don't-
arrow, or do they just swarm along the ground that far?
You have to ask him how that works.
I don't know if it has a range on it.
Yeah. let me see. It says on each of your turns you can cause a swarm to assist you in one of the following ways: immediately after you with an attack. Doesn't say melee or doesn't say a range.
Okay. Just
Yeah.
pop out and swarm around.
Reese would have to tell you, but probably just like bugs just like around the arrowhead or something, like he's shooting them with his arrow.
Yeah. All right, so it takes an extra 5.
I imagine it like Ant-Man whenever he like jumps on the projectile that's being sent, so he's like holding on to it and then jumps off and like does crazy stuff.
Mhm.
Exactly.
I imagine the bugs are like that. They just grab on, and they get projectiled, and then they go. Bzzz.
Yeah. So that's a total of 15.
Yeah, that was pretty solid.
And
Bugs just swarm through the bear eagerly.
Varrovan will step forward a little bit. Yeah, he'll do it. Varrovan will, as he walks up, be writing in his book again. The fearsome beast looked upon that tiny hound at first as nothing but prey, but as he looked into the eyes of the hound, he saw a fierceness, an aggression that to this great beast made this dog seem to be the most fearsome creature in existence. And actually, let me actually do it like this spell. He will try to dissonant whispers this bear creature.
For discordant melody, only one creature of your choice in range can hear, racking with terrible pain. Not say that's to understand you. Target must make a wisdom saving throw.
Nope.
Okay. How wise are you, bear?
How wise?
Not wise enough.
Alright. Not wise enough. So he takes 6 damage. And then is it on his turn? His reaction.
Immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from you.
Yep.
Okay.
Which is, the map's not big enough for that.
Yeah, well, what's funny is you also made it afraid of, because you specifically talked about the dog, right? But mechanically, it's from you.
Flavor.
Yeah, that was flavor. I'm trying to flavor it like it's still afraid of the dog too, though.
Oh yeah.
So the bear goes like.
Maybe he can run in like a diagonal direction.
Yeah, so the bear kind of, which I think provokes an attack of opportunity if it's using its reaction, right? I think we've determined that's how.
I would think he is moving. Works. Nothing's moving.
Yeah.
Him.
So Frey, although Frey, you already used your reaction because you used your reaction to do the thing.
You can't do it.
Yep, that's true. So the bear lumbers over all of these tents and actually just crashes into more pieces of the last tents as it tries to run. Basically, just kind of wedges itself into this corner a bit and kind of howls in fear.
All right, that'll do it for Valravan.
Yes, chat, she did use your reaction. We determined that already. They're freaking out about you losing an attack. All right, slap that in turn button, and then we'll go into non-surprise round.
Oh, yeah.
Start back up with Edmund. Bear looks pretty wounded.
How did the bear get shoved?
He ran away because of my Valravan's terrifying speech.
5, 10, 15, 20. I'm gonna chunk another magic stone at it. Another 3.
Okay. More hardened snowballs come firing.
Guys.
Yeah, you better run.
I like that it becomes so much bigger to fit the bigger token. That's crazy looking.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
Chat's making a good point. I don't know how. I mean, they might be right. I don't know, but whether you get your reaction back at the end of a round, or you get your reaction back once your turn has ended.
It's at the end of the round.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's the way we've been playing it. That's fine. But,
Yeah. It's at the end of the round.
One reaction
Okay.
round.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now we just started the new round with when Edmund started.
Yeah.
Which I think that fear effect only lasts for that one turn, right? It's not like an ongoing thing.
No, yeah, it's
It
not
just scares him for that one
yeah.
moment. Okay. All right. The bear shakes off that effect and roars angrily and charges. And actually, Edmund's been back there pelting it with these hardened snowballs.
Damn.
So it just fucking crashes at you. Barrels into you and attempts to swipe at you with some giant claws.
Man.
For 10 slashing damage. And it will lean in and attempt to bite at you.
Tie?
Attacker gets ties.
What?
All these years later, that is still the case, my friend.
What?
I need to cite precedent on this. Oh my gosh. That one just rips into Edmund and it crumples to the ground.
Oh wait, you're down?
Yep.
Oh shit.
10 and 14 is his hit points.
Which actually, you know what? I mean, I like being able to see just the HP bars of everybody, but I just now realized everybody's except for Frey's.
I can see mine.
Well, I'm sure you can see yours, but I can see like the non-numbered like just bar for everybody except for Frey.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I can't praise either.
I thought I hid them from... Oh, okay. You guys been quiet about that. I thought I meant to hide that information from you guys, but maybe I
can't see anyone else's hit points. I can just see the colored bar.
You don't see the numbers. You just see the bar.
Bar. I wonder why that's set up like that then.
Well, I like it because it's sort of the visual, like it's a visual representation of how they're doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, for some reason, phrase isn't coming through that way.
Yeah, hers is turned off. You can't see the numbers though. You said.
Right, can't see the numbers.
And Frey, you can't see anybody else's?
I can see Celeste, but that's because I control hers.
Oh, weird.
I can see everybody else's bar. I just can't see the numbers.
Right. Okay. Now can you see Frey's?
Yeah, the bar's turned
Yes.
on now.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
What if I didn't want them to know what my health bar is?
I know. I thought about hiding the information.
You ever think of that?
Would that be more interesting?
I think this makes more sense logically because honestly, the alternative is us constantly asking how.
That's
how
true.
our-
Yeah, and everybody's like, I'm
how
about
do
a
they-
4 out of 37 or something.
or us asking the DM how do they look? Which
Yeah.
I feel like the health bar is a solid representation of how do they look. Well, the health bar
That's
tells
true.
you how badly
Yeah,
they look.
I'm okay with sharing that information. Well, now you see that Edmonds is depleted.
Yes, this is gone.
All right, we go to Celeste then.
Let's see here.
What would Celeste do?
And yeah,
Celeste would try to mop up Edmund's blood.
He bleeds out.
Chat made a good point that she still has that injured arm, but weirdly enough, our fastball special rule doesn't involve a check to throw, so technically didn't have.
Yeah.
He only needs one arm to huck me.
You could be ambidextrous, just throw the other.
Remember, chat.
Now,
I
if-
am small.
If both arms
If
were
I had
injured,
been medium.
yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we'll just have. All right, I'm sorry, chat. I'm not good at doing Rochelle's character like she does, so I'm just gonna play it. So, we'll just have her run up and thwack the bear with her quarterstaff,
Mop.
yelling, "Bad bear! Bad bear!" Whoops, I know that's running under me, but whatever. Big deal.
19 does it.
Okay. She'd hit it for 9.
That was a solid thwacking.
And then she has a thing where she can just, like, bounce right back out of there.
Yep.
Right?
True.
Yeah,
Anytime she hits anybody, she can just Get away.
Yeah.
Leave the corpse behind.
Well, I mean, yeah, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. She's gonna come back here.
Who got a health potion? Did Thimbleweed get a health potion last time? I don't know if Thimbleweed would use it on.
It's early in the evening, but we're already looking at who's got health potions.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I think a
I'll
number of
just
you have
end
gotten
her
some of his
turn there.
rewards by now. All right, this owlbear does appear to be pretty wounded now. It's actually looking around and assessing situations in its meager bear brain.
Let me switch character sheets here. So Frey's just gonna do like that
She has an
slow.
attack, by the way. She has an unarmed attack also.
Yeah, but she only has the one arm, and she's got her staff in the one arm. So
You could
Like
flavor it as a
kick.
kick.
It's just
yeah.
a
yeah,
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
monk thing.
the unarmored attack actually they're really not much. It's a 1d4.
Right, yeah.
So Frey will just do the slow walk up to the bear, just smiling gleefully as she walks up to the bear.
Because Harag walk, you're just dragging your weapon, just
Yes,
here I come.
it's that slow walk. You see it in movies.
Scene does hit.
Yep,
Ooh, you could
not
have
bad.
deep gash all over that bear, and blood just comes flying out, rolling onto the sand. This one is really sagging.
That she'll like roar at it too, just because she can.
Yeah, it's not roaring too much these days.
Oh wait, I gotta hit the button.
Thimbleweed.
Thimbleweed. Thimbleweed does have a health potion that he could use to bring Edmund back up, but he'll do it after this bear is dead. For the time being, Thimbleweed will do his short bow again.
That does hit.
17 for 6. He will again try to
Yeah,
reroll.
I'm gonna not
that
try to
D6.
do the damage now until all these different things
until
happen.
it's over. Yep.
So you can just
that's an
reroll everyone, or
8.
just on a certain dice?
He can reroll anyone. He has to take the new number.
Ah,
So I rolled it on a 2. He could have rolled a 1 if I was first, but
odds were with
not
you.
too good. Yeah. So that's an 8, and then his bugs coming out of the arrow. With another 3. Oh boy, that's the little circle span really quick for a second.
Oh.
I don't know why.
Calculating.
Yeah, but I did 11 damage.
All right. Once again, the arrow with the bugs traveling along just infests like an infected wound now with this bear, and it is looking real bad. It's just sagging, blood pouring out of its wounds. Head kind of lolling, tongue out. Having some regrets.
Well, shoot. Robin's normal strategies are not going to be too helpful here. Yeah, he is going to very awkwardly. He's already finished writing this fight. He's already finished the story. Like he's like, yes, well, and at last the foul ice bear was put down. Closes his book. He very awkwardly reaches behind him and pulls out this light crossbow that he barely ever uses.
This was the coda to the story.
That's right.
Slain by my crossbow.
That's right. Exactly. And he is going to
Shoot wildly into the air. Mission accomplished banners come flinging out as the bear drags Edmund's corpse into the night. We've done it, friends.
Yeah. The man dies.
That's a big hot miss there.
Yep. Well, he doesn't use this thing very often.
One
All
of
right.
the few
That's-
misses.
And now we know why.
That's right.
Yep. Edmund, I need a death save. There you go. That's a success. However, even though you are unconscious, bleeding out on the floor, the bear is looking real bad, and it gives a pitying kind of whining sound, and actually, as an action, disengages and runs at top speed out in this direction. And I don't know if I can represent how far it gets, but it had to use its action to disengage. And it gets, yeah, I can't quite get as far. I'll just say it makes it 40 feet on its turn with its normal movement. And it seems like it is just heading for the hills, with blood just trailing behind it. So at this point, if you guys want to keep in combat, I can, or we can, I'll just say we can end combat, because this bear is just wanting to get the fuck out of Dodge. But it's up to you all.
Yeah.
Who? I mean, I feel like I don't know what the boy would do actually. I mean, I don't know if he, you know, the bear is a natural thing, so to let it go, or it needs to be put down.
You're pretty sure bears with the face of owls aren't supernatural.
Yeah. Well, then I
Who's
will
to
say,
say, though?
Valravn probably wouldn't chase it, but Thimbleweed probably would like try to run up and just get get another shot off.
All right, I'll
as
let
he
you.
runs away.
I'll let you do that.
All right, Thimbleweed like
It's still in the
Sort
same
of
round.
runs up to here, try to get like a vantage point from this little hill here,
Mm-hmm.
and
Misses as it roars off into the night.
How embarrassing.
Yeah, anybody else, or is the bear just gone?
Bear gone! Bear gone! All right.
All right, well, Thimbleweed or Reese can get mad at me about this later. Thimbleweed is going to use his potion of healing.
He's not here to complain. I did get a text from Reese, by the way. He said they are running late.
Okay.
Nah, I couldn't tell.
Put him on blast. But yes, if you want to use a potion of healing, you can use that to revive Mr. Edmund
What is it again?
or Mr. Ulrich.
2d4
Yeah.
plus 2.
Another rule that we should know this ingrained in our souls by now. It's what a potion of healing does.
We don't use potions of healing that often.
Oh, all right then.
I mean, Celeste could always use one of
three
hers as well, too.
owlbears appear on the ridge. Zombie owlbears. That glorious undead fortitude.
6 HP as Thimbleweed gives Edmund.
All right, make sure to deduct that from his character sheet, please.
I did, yeah. He had 2 of them,
Okay.
so.
All right, Edmund, I need you to give me a con save or suffer the lingering injury. Nice.
Screw you and your lingering energy.
Yeah, you fall down, but you almost feel better than ever. That potion.
I get knocked down, but I get up again.
You sure do.
Yeah, almost got me good. Good thing it hit one of my robotic limbs.
So at this point, Frey has kind of put her axe kind of away, and she's just kind of going towards the dog with her hands up. That general, like, no scary,
Okay.
you know, kind of like beast mentality to beast mentality here.
Best with the beast to talk to the beast.
Give me an animal handling check with advantage. This appears to be kind of whining and nervously looking at you, and the blood and, violence seems to have it agitated. All right, you are able to approach, and it kind of calms down and seems to sense a kindred spirit in your bestial nature.
Offered a little snack.
It sniffs at the snack curiously and just kind of whines a little bit more. But it does appear to be... Good.
I was going to try to untangle it.
Okay, it lets you do that. You also notice that it's got a kind of a unique collar that has like a little pouch around its neck.
Okay. Can I open the pouch?
Yeah, he lets you do that, and inside you see a small potion
Of healing.
which I believe are already identified. Where are my magic items? You guys get Potion of Healing from the thingy, the MVPC. You find a Potion of Cold Resistance.
Ah, nice.
Oh.
When you drink this potion, you gain resistance to cold damage for 1 hour.
Excellent. I'm just going to pocket that right there.
Yep. And the dog seems uninjured, but obviously a little emotionally traumatized. And you notice there's no, there's room for other dogs. There's no sign of them.
Thimbleweed. Reese is gonna get mad at me when he shows up because somebody have used all his shit.
Hey, that's what happens when you're not here.
What's Celeste got? All right.
Start burning through all the things.
Let me see if I can do an impression. Thimbleweed's gonna stride up and he's gonna say, "Congratulations! Your new masters have arrived!"
Oh my gosh, that was really good, actually.
Really good.
Wow.
Tell us everything that happened here.
While he's doing that, Celeste is going up to Edmund with a rag, going, oh my, too much blood. And she's trying to, like, wipe him off.
Are we getting an impression off, Heather?
Yeah. Come at me, bro.
I will give both of you inspiration for that, though. I appreciate that. Those were both very excellent jobs. An impression off. And then a stage opens up.
Right.
Let's see, how's this work? You mainly able to comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts of the duration, the knowledge and awareness of beasts' limit of intelligence. Beasts can be information about nearby location, monsters, including whatever they can perceive or have perceived within the past day. Okay. So the dog cocks its head at Thimbleweed, and presumably only he can actually communicate with the dogs. The rest of you just kind of see this odd... Does Thimbleweed make, like, dog noises, do you think? Or just talk, and the dog makes dog noises back to Thimbleweed?
Bark, bark! Bark, bark, bark!
Alright. Excellent.
That's greatness.
The dog kind of cocks its head and says, the master took some people to the mountain. One of them smelled dead. Bad smell. Have been gone more than a day. Bear came. We tried to protect the camp, but it was bigger. Others got free, ran. Bear chased. Don't know what happened, but Bear came back. Couldn't get away.
You say your masters left you a day ago?
More than a day.
Which direction did they go?
He turns and points his snout up this kind of natural little mountain trail you see up to the north.
How many of them were there?
Can dogs count?
That's a good question. What is a dog's intelligence?
I mean,
I don't know.
they only have 4 paws, so maybe they can only count to 4.
2 paws. 2 paws.
More than 4. Beyond that, it's an infinite number of infinite possibilities.
Beyond that, it's just a pack. It's just
a pack.
A large grouping.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is more than 4 though.
And you do see a number of tents around. They look like they could house a number of people.
And you said one of them smelled like death.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we need to take a few minutes and let Edmund bind his wounds here?
Probably. Yeah, that probably wouldn't hurt. A few people would hurt. Well, we're your new masters now. Stick with us.
Hope fine, master.
Oh yes, you can help us find your old masters. They're probably dead.
He looks sad. I think he understands that. Yes, you can short rest here. And technically you can search the campsite to see if there's anything, although it looks very destroyed. And even more so since you ran that scared bear through the rest of the campsite. Everything else is just trampled.
Are there any tents that are just like more intact than others?
Sure. I mean, yeah. So basically, you guys can short rest right here, and don't forget you've got the short rest button you can actually click, which will. It's really only it'll just rejuvenate your short rest things, but it'll remind you to. There you go. Consider using Song of Rest and rolling hit dice.
Consider using Song of Rest. Yes.
Poppin, you're looking injured.
Thimbleweed will use some hit dice. And yes, there's a Song of Rest going on.
All
What do we get for that?
What do you get for that?
Good feeling.
It's right. D6. As we rest here, I'm reminded of a story.
Oh, Lord.
That is his song.
Oh, it's what literally it says that on your Song of Rest.
It does say that, yeah.
That's hilarious.
Plugged in.
That's good enough.
All
I
right.
keep forgetting to switch the names back and forth.
You don't have to. It is nice, but keeps things organized. A search of the camp yields mostly destroyed things. I mean, it looks like anything of like real value they would have taken with them. So it was a lot of just extra like, camping supplies and like cook pot stoves and that kind of thing. And a lot of that's just been rummaged over and destroyed through as presumably this bear made a real mess of things. I'm out of bear puns tonight.
Unbearable.
I'm sure Chad is doing a wonderful job with this. But what you do find is the classic environmental story device of the journal log.
Oh, somebody kept the diary.
You find a travel
diary.
A travel. A travel.
Girl won't talk to me today.
Dear diary, it's really cold.
Yeah, basically, it's so fucking cold.
This guy still stinks.
A travelogue by Perilou Fishfinger.
Do they really have a fish for a finger? Because if so, that's greatness.
So dated 3 weeks ago. We made it to Icewind Dale, though it may as well be Stygia. Moki's homeland has clearly been cursed. The locals are blaming Oral the Frostmaiden. It certainly seems like only a divine could have the power to keep the sun itself at bay. Dated 2 weeks ago. These people are desperate for help, but Moki is resolute in his quest to find and challenge Omin. Damn it, I pronounced this very well during crafting. Ominartok, and be blessed by the strength of the bear. From what I can tell, it's a rarely accomplished rite of power for Goliaths. I pray to Yandala for him every morning. Dated 1 week ago. We received a tip, a curious letter that arrived for us while staying in Targos. Someone named Zahn wants to hire us for a job, claiming to tell us where to find... I've used the wrong word. Ominartok. Asterik was suspicious, but Moki wouldn't be dissuaded. Apparently, we're headed to East Haven. Dated 5 days ago. We made it to East Haven. Awful town full of thieves. Asterix had her purse stolen, and she vowed to burn the entire town to the ground. The wizard certainly looked the part, floppy hat and all. Had a bodyguard in a full suit of armor who never said a word and smelled awful. We were to escort him up the mountain so he could search the sky and see about ending the cursed night. I think he's full of it, but Asterix was impressed by his magic and promised that from the mountain he can use magic to find Omenartok. We're headed north to Cairn. Dated 3 days ago. In better times, folks can just take the ferry from East Haven to Cairn, but with the lake frozen over, we had to huff it on foot. Not a fun journey. The wizard mostly kept to himself, which was fine by me. Caer Denival was in bad shape. The only inn was closed, and the castle was heavily guarded. The people in the tavern were angry and afraid. My heart aches for them, but Dazan barely wanted to stop, and Moki agreed with him. I pray for my friend. Dated 2 days ago. Cairn was actually in better shape, despite being even more remote. It really feels like the end of the world up here. Not sure why they still call it Cairn. What's left of a castle is little more than rubble. We resupplied at a local shop and hired a guide, Garrett Velrin, apparently the husband of the store owner. He's a seasoned ranger and was able to set up a suitable base camp at an easy entry point up the mountain. I'm feeling a bit more confident that maybe this won't be a suicide mission after all. Also included was the letter from Dazan within the pages, which reads, Adventurers, I've heard tales of your exploits and wish to hire you. My quest is of the utmost importance and could free this land of the curse that befalls it, and I could help you find what you seek. Meet me in East Haven to discuss further. You may want to stock up on some mountain climbing gear. P.S. Consider the enclosed money a down payment. Zahn, Arcane Practitioner. And the third thing that you find is...
Do your impression. Do your impression.
A map of the trail, which you should see on your map right now. Reese.
You're here, I can stop talking like this.
It's been a really good
Yes.
impression.
That's pretty good. I am here. Still, it took a little longer than we thought.
I only see a black screen, dear.
Oh no.
Same here.
Oh, maybe the dynamic light. Yep. Or no, I need to turn that on. Wait, you see a black screen?
Yes.
Yeah, so do I.
Well, I thought there was lighting in here. Can you scroll to the right and see light?
I am zoomed out so I can see the entire square, and there's nothing.
Oh, rats. I thought I had this set up right.
Man, what do you even do crafting for if you can't get this right?
I know.
Mr.
Well,
Big hide upstairs in a corner.
Let's see if I can throw your tokens on the map and you can see it that way. That'll help. So, Reese, we made it to the camp. Oh, made it to the bottom of the mountain.
Okay.
At the campsite, there was an owlbear that you all defeated, although Edmund went down. And you just found a journal, which should still be on your, or maybe on your screen, I don't know. But it's in the player handouts now, of one of the adventurers. Let's see. So, Chris, I'm putting you on the map in the bottom right side. Can you see anything?
Yep, the whole map is visible now.
Okay, I still don't see anything.
No, it's still black.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
I have to do it by token then.
Somebody in the
there we go.
somebody in the chat said you need to select daylight mode. I don't know if that's a thing. I don't know what
Maybe.
that is.
I'm going to throw you guys on the map. That'll seem to fix it for now.
Okay.
What was the handout?
It is
Journal
called
pages.
Travelogue
Travelogue.
by Perilou Fishfinger. Yeah. So you got that handout, which seemed to be a journal entry by the adventurers. You found a letter from Zahn, which was also included in there. And then you found this map, which has a trail clearly splayed out. Which seems to
Oh,
go...
this is a map we're looking at, like a paper map. Okay.
Yes, yes. And this seems to have a trail, presumably written by the guide, that seems to showcase the path that goes all the way to the top.
Okay. Almost all the way to the top. It goes up to the base of the peak.
True. And you all short rested just now, also after that fight, which I believe Chris might have used some spells and might have used a potion of healing to revive Edmund. So
Nice.
You weren't here to argue. So.
Use
Hey, if you knew my
everything.
voice, if you knew my voice that well, then it's fine.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and you use speak with animals to talk with the dog that you all found.
have that spell.
This is on your
Yeah.
character sheet. And Frey was actually seen
Either that
to...
or Chris was just really fast at putting it in there.
That's right.
Yeah. You basically saved this dog from the owlbear. And the dog, the sled dog, mentioned that it had been at least a day. And, yeah, a large group of people, or large according to the dog, we determined dogs can't count very well, went up the mountain.
Pack went up the mountain.
A pack, yes.
Yeah. While we short rested, I did have a snack too, by the way.
Okay. Snacks. So yeah, you guys have the path up to the mountain. Do you want to bring the dog, or do you want to leave the dog at the camp? What do you want to do with the dog?
I mean, Frey's the one that like connected with the dog, right? So
True.
Probably. But I mean, I would think the dog would be helpful. You could smell his, his people or whatever.
So there's an adventuring party that we think the dog's connected to.
Yeah, it was the adventure party had a bunch of sled dogs.
Why don't we have sled dogs?
That's a great question. That is a fantastic question. They also had a guide. We didn't have a guide.
Yeah.
You have the best tracker in the Tri-County area.
You got like a 13 on your survival.
You rolled a 13, and I got a point of exhaustion because you rolled a 13. So.
Wait, you did?
I did.
Yeah.
I was the only one to fail the con save, so I got some frostbite.
All right, maybe the best tracker in the Tri-City area.
Touch of the frostbite. It's good for you.
Yeah, I say we bring him just to help sniff out his people. But
yeah, that's fine. Have a bowl thimble, we'd let him know. Help us sniff them out.
All
Tell
right.
us which way they went.
yeah.
Am I still able to talk with the dog?
I think it lasts 10 minutes, so at least for a little while.
You just gotta talk fast.
Yeah, just gotta talk fast.
Help us sniff your missing compatriots.
Yeah, I can help with that.
Excellent. I might lose communication abilities with you, so remember, always help us and always lead us towards your companions.
Don't betray us, dog.
Do not betray us, or you shall feel the wrath of 1,000 stings.
Oh, dog, I'm not programmed to betray.
Excellent. You and I shall get along famously.
I'm more loyal than humans.
We'll see.
All right.
I've never had a dog.
Only the bugs.
Only the bugs.
Okay, so yeah, you all can start heading up this mountain, which this is not to scale, but I will say that each of these squares is about 50 feet. So it is, again, not the tallest mountain in the world, but it's still quite the climb. And I'm not going to move your tokens, I'm just moving this facsimile of your party along. And the first, what is this?
We don't know.
Yeah, a couple 100 feet is pretty uneventful as you kind of make your way along this little winding trail. And you follow the path pretty closely, and it appears to be, it's not a path per se, but it's, you're not having to make some super hard climbs or difficult. It's just kind of general hiking up mountain trail, although it's still dark and cold and generally kind of miserable. But no, nothing hard enough to actually make some checks yet. And then ahead of you, when you kind of round a corner, you see a couple mountain goats perched on a large rock formation around which you have to kind of navigate around them. They're just kind of staring at you.
Frey will hiss at them.
What?
Goats stare at you. She's hissing at goats, I think.
I'll
Let's creep Frey out. It's the eyes. Have you ever looked at goats' eyes? They're creepy.
Yeah, they're
They're
pretty
like
creepy eyes.
square or something. Like their pupils are square.
Doll's eyes.
I mean, if the goats aren't going to bother us, then we just pass by them. But
Okay. Yeah, you can just ignore them and you
unless somebody believed we're going to do something with the goats.
Let's talk to the goats.
Or you're gonna do something with the goats?
Go talk. We just gotta go have some alone time.
He's gonna speak with more animals.
Oh boy.
Goats, you there on the mountain. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Excellent. Have you seen these dogs' compatriots come by here?
Yes.
They said yes. Have
Well, that's good chat.
there been any dangers nearby?
Yes.
We didn't get to that. Say it again.
Oh, yes.
They said yes. Can you just can you describe the dangers in great detail?
No.
They said no.
I was about to say, can they say anything other than yes?
Right. Try
Did it.
asking them a non-yes or no question.
I just did. They said no.
Well, that's a yes or no question, isn't it? A question that requires some elaboration.
How do you feel about these giants, or about these dangers that potentially destroy the dog's compatriots?
Bad.
There you go. They said bad. Are you happy now? They're goats. Is this danger the reason why their compatriots are missing?
The goats actually look at each other for a second and seem like they talk amongst each other.
In great detail.
In great detail.
Real florid language.
Yeah.
amongst themselves.
The complex language of the goats. And then one of them turns to you and says, yes.
Are these dangers people?
No.
Are they giants?
The goats look at each other and have another very complex goat conversation and say, yes.
They said
This is
yes.
Are you playing a game of 20 questions with these goats, my friend?
I would like to
Shut
know
up, I'm about to win.
I'd like to know what kind of danger we're going into. Thank you.
There's some danger somewhere and something bad is happening. I have cheap information.
How far ahead is this danger?
The goat stares at you into your soul and says, everywhere.
How is this danger triggered?
One of the other goats who hasn't been talking much says, watch your step.
How have you not been eaten by this danger?
At that, you see one of the goats jump nimbly from like one outcropping to another and just kind of look at you smugly.
Can you teach me the ways of the goat jumping?
4 hours later,
Right.
I have learned nothing! Except that goats are assholes that take your money and don't teach you anything. I'm not getting that $59.99 back.
I have some food for you if you help us out by letting us avoid all the danger ahead of us.
They, I don't know what to roll, animal handling or persuasion since you're talking to the goats.
Yeah.
I will let you decide which one to pick, but you can roll one with advantage.
See. Animal handling or persuasion?
Yes, I'll let you decide whichever
Okay.
you wish to do.
All right, animal handling.
You have advantage. I'll give you advantage though.
Let's try animal handling. Oh.
The goats have another long, complex goat conversation. That involves lots of chewing and staring at each other. And then finally, one of them nods sagely, says, "Food! Help! Food!"
Excellent. They will help us. Now, keep in mind, 10 minutes from now, I'll not be able to communicate with you at all. So, please, any questions, get them to me now.
What kind of food and how are you distributing it to them?
Well, I haven't thought that far ahead.
Yeah.
Because they seem like they're not going to even move from this rock unless there's food like in front of them.
I mean, they're goats. Can't we just pull out like anything, like any sort of rations?
Here's a tin can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a ration for them. Is there any good-looking plants around here that maybe I could get them? That somehow they couldn't get without their goat hooves?
It seems like they'd be able to eat everything. They're interested in whatever you can pull out of your pack.
I have a tin can. Yeah, I'll hand out my ration. And I'll bite into it to go, yum, yum.
Give food.
Indeed, half now, half upon arrival.
Give food.
I'll give him a ration.
Okay. You give him that ration, and one of the goats looks at you sagely and says, "Be wary of step up ahead. Loose snow. Big crash."
Thank you. I'll relay this information to my compatriots. Well, most of them. I'll relay that to Frey and Edmund.
Specifically.
The rest of us to just
You do not get the blessing
And-
of the
oh,
goats.
sorry.
come over here, guys. I want to tell you something.
And Celeste.
Sidebar.
What are you all saying over there?
Stay out of this, Mr. Astute.
This is between us and the goats.
We're communing with nature.
But yes, you feel like you've been forewarned of some possible danger ahead as you successfully communicate with these goats and offer them some food.
Have you ever seen a goat sacrifice? It involves goats, but we're not sacrificing the goats.
Pressing to the goat.
As you leave, you think you hear one of the goats, because you can still communicate, like just as your ability to communicate is fading as you're walking along the trail, you hear one of them says, "Eat them when they die." And that's the end of what you can understand.
I look back at them offended.
So, you all continue traveling along your path, and now you are careful to watch your step where you go.
Well, I think Valravn should go ahead of us.
Hold on. He has not
And-
been in the lead this entire time, by the way. You want to try to convince him to go in front, you can try.
No, it's just funny. I don't know of any reason why he would actually want to harm Valravn.
Maybe see
Also,
harm come to him would be not objectionable.
Just a little bit of harm,
Just a little.
not death.
Just
Yeah,
enough to be funny.
just a light maiming.
Yeah.
He is already exhausted.
Also, Valravn is literally like shivering, like he is in bad shape from this cold too. So.
But still has his shirt open defiantly.
Oh yeah, still got. Tell the belly button.
You gotta show off those elf
The
abs.
deepest V.
The
I'll go
deepest
first.
V. All right. So
I
now
do
that you
have the
are...
danger sense.
Apparently, some of this snow is a little loose,
Yes.
if you know what I mean.
I do have the danger sense.
How
Yeah.
you doing?
And you guys have had some forewarning. So you're about halfway up this mountain now. Hundreds of feet up. And as you get away, about halfway across... Yeah, you approach this glistening white packed area of snow. And you're very attentive and looking around. And sure enough, as you're moving, you hear a loud crack from high up in the mountain. And followed by a rumbling noise as the ground begins to shake. And you can see in the distance this rolling, just mass of snow and ice come hurtling towards you. Now, because you got some forewarning from the goats, I'm going to give you all advantage on what's going to be... It's going to be a series of checks to basically avoid this avalanche coming at you. But because you got the power of the goats... the knowledge of the goat, you all have advantage on this perception check as you try to basically spot, the best way to avoid this oncoming avalanche. Everyone give me a perception check with advantage.
Sage goats.
Yeah.
Wisdom check with advantage.
A wisdom check?
Perception.
Perception.
Okay. All right. That advantage certainly helps Celeste. Okay, with some forewarning, you are all able to pass that first success, so you're able to kind of see where the best way to dodge out of the way of this avalanche. So you've gotten one success so far, and Edmund, because you rolled so well, you are going to have advantage on this next check. And I need all of you to give me an acrobatics check to try to now really avoid the worst brunt of this avalanche as it's going to come crashing down upon you. And Edmund, you have
advantage, of course.
Just Edmund has advantage. Woo!
Dex save or Dex check?
He said
acrobatics.
Acrobatics check.
I don't know where my mind went about
Weed. Boy, these
saves.
Rolls are pretty gnarly.
Because of my squat nimbleness, I have advantage on acrobatics checks.
Okay.
Wisdom
wait, never.
Will set you free.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind, no, I don't.
Oh, thank you, chat. Valravin, you have disadvantage because of your exhaustion.
Oh, these are ability checks.
These are ability checks,
right.
which means it would have canceled the advantage, which I don't think it mattered on the first one.
No, it didn't, but I have disadvantage on this one.
Yes.
So I need to roll it again.
You are exhausted. Thank you, chat.
Thanks a lot, chat. I thought you were on my side.
The chat giveth and the chat taketh away.
That's right. All right, another check.
Even better. All of you rolled actually really stellar on your acrobatics checks. You think Celeste just barely is able to find ground. And this time, Thimbleweed and Edmund and Frey. Jesus, how many of y'all rolled above a 20? All have advantage on this third check, which is going to be an athletics check, and this one's going to be a little harder to try and grab hold of something as this avalanche continues to come, like, just crashing down now that you've found kind of a decent spot to go in.
Do I have disadvantage on this one, too? I guess it's all. Yeah.
Yes. Yes,
you
do have disadvantage on this one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Celeste, 23 athletic. Geez, you guys are just killing these checks. And Edmund with a... you did good getting all the advantages. Although...
Celeste is always just close to Valravin just to make sure he doesn't, like, die.
Yeah.
'Cause he was the first person who was nice to her.
Well, thankfully, you feel like making some of these successes does mitigate some of the terrible things that would happen to you. And the worst outcome is that I think 2 of you failed this last one, Edmund and Valravn.
I can tell that I miss. I want to use my inspiration.
Okay, that it would be. You can certainly use your inspiration.
What's
Alas. +2, it was not great odds for you. So Frey and Thimbleweed and Celeste, all 3 of you are able to find like the best place to be, get to that place, and then hang on, and basically nothing bad happens to you whatsoever. And then Valravn and Edmund, most of those things happen, but at the very end you get battered around as the last bit of avalanche kind of crashes into you. And I'm actually going to roll these separately, but essentially you both take 1d10 bludgeoning damage. In fact, I will let you guys roll them. So Edmund, give me a 1d10, and Valravn, give me a 1d10, and that's how much damage you take from the avalanche. And y'all got off easy.
Some stray blocks of snow strike us.
That might have been our first real skill challenge we've ever done in this game, so we'll talk about that in our chat to see if you guys enjoy that or not, but
pretty good.
Yeah. In terms of all the fun things that could have possibly happened to you, but you all did very well. And talking to the goats gave you that initial advantage, and then there was kind of a rolling advantage if you rolled really well in the other ones. So there was nobody got really swept away, nobody got, buried or anything like that. It's just some of you took some damage getting battered around by it, but otherwise you all kind of look around and see that really...
No, wait, no one got buried?
A rainbow kind of shines, and you see the head of a goat in there, and it winks at you.
Was that a possibility?
Yeah, that was an option.
Yes, if you fail all of these checks, it's real bad. I mentioned we'll talk about that in the chat, but it's
re-roll your character.
All kinds of fun. I mean, it's not instant death or anything, but it's certainly be bad
The
news.
rescue party was not able to find you in time.
Yeah, now this is a roguelike.
The worst way to die, suffocating under snow.
Hopefully it's trained to sniff for dead bodies.
Right.
And for the purpose of this, we'll say the dog was like far behind you guys or something. I don't want to fucking kill the dog.
I just waited till the avalanche was done.
Yeah,
like a smart
the dog has like preternatural,
like,
awareness.
Yeah. The dog is smarter than all of us.
Yes, you all look around and the dog is magically just kind of there, just like or you can't hear him, but he looks. Damn it, we need a talking dog now.
We can't go back on that.
Yeah, the dog looks at you with concern and glad that you all survived the avalanche. And you can continue along the trail for about what is this? 100. Now you're kind of having to go laterally. You're not really ascending too much because you're just having to follow this winding trail along the area. And you reach a steep, snow-covered incline dotted with jagged rocks. And lying face down in the snow is a humanoid in blood-stained cold-weather clothing.
Can I inspect the body?
Hang on.
Is it a body or is he still... I mean, inspect. See if he's still alive or not.
You're not sure at the moment. You just see that from afar.
Oh, from afar. Okay. How far away is it?
It's, we'll say, like 40 feet. You can see this, what looks like a humanoid.
Carefully go towards it. Picking my way through the snow.
Okay.
I would also like to approach it.
Okay. What are those two guys doing?
Following a safe distance behind those two.
Yeah, I'm approaching too. Celeste will stay with Valravn.
Okay. You guys begin approaching, And as you get maybe about halfway to the distance there, the dog suddenly perks up and darts ahead of you before you can say anything, and immediately runs up to the body and begins whining. And just kind of like nudging this body really worriedly.
Do you think he knows this person?
Just out of the blue, what's everybody's passive perception like?
Dangerous.
12.
20?
Let's just take a guess.
Let's just call this round up.
Less is
Round up
worse
to
than
20.
mine.
Why do you ask, DM?
Because when he's smiling, it's already too late.
It's a 12.
That's a 14.
12.
All right. As you all begin approaching this body, and the dog is whining over this body, and it's kind of drawn your attention. You see too late that a number of large, what look like hairy cats are perched kind of along the ridge, and all of them leap down, targeting several of you.
Oh, those are much bigger than I thought.
Did I say
Hairy
large?
cats makes it sound like
Very large.
I was imagining a Maine Coon. Just
Well, I'm
just a hairy
happy.
cat.
Yeah. Happy to make it a little bit more impressive than that. And with their stealth, stupid goats didn't warn about these,
Damn goats.
because no goat has
kill them
survived against
That's fair.
these, so they have no knowledge. They will pounce upon you all. Let's see, claw attack.
How'd I end up in the front?
So this is, yeah, you did go in front. This is going to be considered their surprise round. They have advantage because of stealth, and they're going to be targeting. Let's see. One of them will target Edmund with a claw attack with advantage. 21.
Goodbye, guys.
Pounces upon you, doing 7 damage, and I need you to give me a strength saving throw to avoid being knocked prone, as this thing literally lands like on top of you. Oh, Edmund stands his ground. You feel like if you had fallen, this cat would be able to do more things to you, but you were able to withstand it. We will have another one pounce on Thimbleweed with a crit. Thimbleweed likes getting those crits. Those surprise round crits. For 16 damage. And I also need a strength
What?
save from you.
Ouch.
Alright, you guys are not getting knocked down. Third one will go on Frey.
Hold up. Let me go ahead. I might be able to heal a little bit, but continue on.
Okay,
So.
this is technically the surprise round, so I don't know, do you get reactions on surprise rounds? I forget how that works. I thought
You can take a reaction now.
yeah. So this is, we're gonna roll initiative after this. This is just their surprise. Frey, 15?
Oh.
Yeah, that just hits me.
Okay. For 6,
You
and
get-
also need a go ahead.
Reactions.
I don't think so. Chat might be able to answer that for us. But do you get reactions on a surprise round if you are surprised? Frey, I need a strength save.
Google chat.
All right, you all stood your ground against these giant cats. And then we're going to need some initiative after that.
Oh boy.
Make it or break it for me.
Right.
How many
I
times can
see
Edmund go
chat
down?
is unanimous, and yes, I do get a reaction.
Bullshit. No, they are on my side tonight.
Oh.
I am taking the power of the chat for myself, unleashing it upon you all. 5 into the cats. This could be a big initiative right here. Oh, and I rolled bad.
Yeah, all right. It's
Rolled
because they
real
didn't get to
bad.
knock anybody down.
I
All
know.
our people stood their ground, pushed
Yep.
them back.
They're still in a little shock.
Yeah. All right. These are very big, hairy-looking cats. They don't look like normal beasts, from what you can tell. And Edmund, you get to react first.
Here comes something new.
All right.
Reaction. My experimental elixir. Let's see what happens.
Oh, I was just gonna drink it.
You're drinking it.
What do we get?
+1 AC.
+1 day AC. All right, that's
All
pretty
right.
good.
Potion
10
turns into
minutes.
resilience.
I wanted transformation, but
What's that one?
Mm-hmm.
For 6?
um,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm very close to death, so sorry, I'm reading my thing here. What is that? It.
Right, so we determined if it's you drinking the poke, because our rules, for those of you watching, we usually let you drink a potion as a free action on your turn. So that's why he can use his elixir as a free action if he's the one drinking it. If you want to use an additional item, then I think you have to use your action, but otherwise you can use imbibe potions as a free action.
Wait, who's this man over here?
Who is this
Oh, that's the
man? You don't know. It's it looks like a man who's face down in the snow. You don't know. You know if he's conscious or unconscious, but he hasn't stirred, and the dog is whining at him.
I'm going to use my action to disengage and just stumble away from the cats, like as he trips over himself and.
All right, the new one does get individual turns. How do I set that up? Oh, I needed a row. Oh shoot! I think I messed that up.
Oh, right. We haven't.
Yeah, I forgot about that. You're right. It's been a while. Which one did I actually? Okay, I rolled that one. Well, let's see if I can roll the other ones then. That works. Okay.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. I rolled a 7 and a 6 for all of them. There's your individual initiatives for you.
Yeah.
Thank you for reminding me of that,
That's-
chat. I totally forgot. That's funny. It doesn't even matter. They're all so terribly slow. God, I just rolled real bad. Alright, so Edmund disengages and runs over to the unconscious man and the dog. What is Celeste doing?
So Celeste is kind of staring at the back of this fuzzy cat because it attacked me and not her.
Yes.
So she's just going to look at it, make sure I have the right person selected here. And go, oh no, bad kitty, bad kitty. And whop it. It's easy and I don't want to like ruin any of their things.
8
But
is...
she doesn't swap it very well.
No.
So instead, she did use that. As a bonus action, she'll spend 1 key point to make a flurry of blows. So she'll kick with both of her feet since she only has 1 good arm. And make 2 unarmed strikes.
$16 will hit.
There's 1. So 16 will be 7 damage.
Right.
Did the 10 hit? I'm
I
assuming
did,
no.
No, it did not. Yeah, so out of all those attacks, she does manage to land 1, like, swift kick into the cat's, like, forepaw, the giant, muscular arm.
I feel like Celeste would run away a little bit. Like she'd back up. Not want to be
Probably.
close.
Get behind Valravn. That
So-
seems like a good plan.
Yeah. So she'll hide behind Valravn.
His deep V will keep them at bay.
All right. And then Frey just starts hilariously, maniacally laughing.
Finally,
Again,
we're getting a raise. Oh my gosh.
the big mountain. Yeah, I'm like, this feels like a good time.
Yeah.
So yeah, she just and she gets her nice little rage on, and she might as well throw a reckless attack in there on it because why not? Get some advantage going. I'll do that too. And then we'll just go with number 3 because that's the one Celeste hit. So
Yep.
Let me turn my rage on.
Me too. Will certainly hit.
12.
All right.
And then, oh shit, hang on, I also forgot. Crap. Is this an action or is it? So when I enter my rage, I get to transform a part of me.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Your beast form.
Form of the beast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is your first time.
Yeah. Yeah, so whoops. I hit the wrong button.
Yeah, can you?
There you go.
There we go.
Form of the beast. And we will do claws.
All right. Let's
Do
transform.
my hands will
Those
transform.
stoat claws.
The stoat
Stoat
claws.
But that'll be next time because I have to use that action.
Okay, I gotcha.
And I used my sword this time.
Sure.
So let me go back up.
Attack
and
with the axe, and
scroll
then just drop it, and the claws just grow. Like it's time to get busy.
Well, she doesn't drop it. The claws just grow around the handle.
Oh.
Yeah. The little eyes become beady.
Thimbleweed.
I will attack with my short sword. Let's see, it's number 2.
It's the one looming. Big and mighty. 15 does hit.
Okay. Oops, sorry. Thought I see what I did. I will re-roll the 2
That's right. I forgot. I
on
can't
damage.
calculate your damage until you're done with all of your shit. Chris was aware of this as well.
Okay. So I have to use the...
Rolled a 2 and then rolled a 1.
Yep. Alright, so it's 5 damage. And so I'm done with damage. And I'll say, "Rise, my swarm. Rise and fly me to safety." And I'll go back. They'll move me back 5 feet.
All right. Towards the edge of the cliff. And right here, you see a drop-off of several hundred feet down the mountain.
This is not quite the safety I had imagined, my swarm. That's my turn.
Right, Valravn.
Did it look like when the cats pounced, or looking at them, does it look like they're able to scale like these cliffs?
Go ahead, give me a nature check, boss.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
You can try to figure out just what these things can do. This is some kind of overgrown squirrel. You're not sure. Rolled a 1.
Yep.
They might have wings tucked in that fur. You don't know.
That's right. All right, fine. Well, if they can't... Oh, shit. I don't actually want them to run down towards Sidman. Hold on. My whole strategy is maybe not the best here. Oh, shoot. Fortunately, they cannot understand my language, so I cannot do certain things to them. Alright, so instead... Well, I can't get up next to you either. Alright, I'm going to attempt to... Oh, shit.
Ramen just mutters to
15.
himself for several minutes.
Yeah! I'm trying to, like maneuver myself around a very particular way here. Around the edge.
Yeah, these are like, yeah, the top, obviously the edge of the cliff going up.
Yep. And Valravn will then begin writing in his book and speaking about cat number 3. And he will say, this malicious beast of the desperate white saw in the eyes of the barbarian the fury of the stoat, and he was terrified. And he is going to combo a bardic inspiration for unsettling words and a dissonant whisper. Actually, what does dissonant whisper do at higher levels?
More damage, I think.
Level 1. More damage, yep. Alright, so he gets a minus... The bardic inspiration a d6 right now? I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
He gets -5 to whatever he rolls.
Okay. Which one are you targeting? Number 3?
Number 3.
Okay. As you speak these words, you see this odd... The fur on the cat kind of glows for a moment in an eerie, almost arcane way. And he has advantage on this save. But he still has a -5,
shit.
so we'll see.
Ah!
And still rolled terribly.
Alright, so that's 9 psychic damage, and then he's got to run that away.
Okay, yeah, so it looks like he takes
My
the brunt of that psychic damage, and he just has to run far away from you.
Yep.
Okay.
So my intention was try to angle him so that he could run past both Frey and Celeste on his way out.
The cat, yeah, turns, and that it does affect him. That glowing just kind of doesn't seem to do anything. And he runs actually towards the cliff edge, which, Frey, you can get an attack of opportunity off. And then you see these claws just come out as he grips the wall of the cliff as he actually goes over.
That's what he was trying to determine earlier, which he failed to determine.
Yeah, and actually goes down like quite a bit, well out of where you guys can see. Well, I mean, you can see him, but he's certainly well out of melee range. Guess I'll put him there.
And
14
I
does
get an
hit.
attack of opportunity as well.
Wait, what?
I believe I was next to him, wasn't I?
Yeah, but he left. Why do you?
Chris would get an attack of opportunity as well, too, then. If he was next to him. That's what he's saying.
Oh, yes.
There we go.
Yes,
there we go.
As a reaction.
The Ulu knife.
Oh,
that
so you
he
are
has.
slashing out with that knife thing. 'Cause I remember when
am,
you were fighting with the other thing,
yeah.
you didn't decide not to do it. You're ready this
Yep.
time.
I was ready this time. This is like he prepared that.
Okay.
Getting around.
Okay. The cat turns around and you stab it, and then it starts running successfully, and it starts running towards the cliffside. And Frey whips around with her axe and cuts into it, and actually it can't make it to the cliff, and it just stops and grunts and falls right at the edge of the cliff as she catches it right in the leg and just kind of splays out its blood and its body just tumbles down the edge.
Frey is laughing like y'all have never heard her laugh.
That was a successful combo.
Again, it is super maniacal going right now.
All right. All right, that is Valravan's turn. Oh yeah. I'm gonna scroll away.
Is it?
Okay.
So
He's
that's
dead.
That's the one that died. If I get rid of you, yes. All right, this one will keep attacking Frey. Ooh.
Nope.
I don't think 11's gonna do it. And it
Chill.
actually...
Oh wait, you okay, I hate to do this but
Oh.
you know, I like to play well and play nice.
Oh, advantage.
Chat was gonna say something anyway.
Advantage
so...
reckless attack. That's sure. I sure do.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot that as well.
Still no.
13 is a no.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Good to know. All right, and it does not have
Nobody
multi-attacks.
can say I cheat.
That's actually all it does.
Yep.
This one, seeing you just try to pull that off, Mr. Valravan, it backs up
I was just speaking in hypotheticals, my boy.
a second, and then attempts to leap at you with its claws out.
Fuck off.
For 8 slashing damage, and I need you to give me a strength saving throw.
All right. That was a five.
Robin, you are knocked prone underneath this growling cat, and it gets to
Wonderful.
use. It gets to make a bite attack as a bonus action, and because you're prone, it has advantage on this attack.
Okay. He is regretting everything.
I have so many regrets.
Oh!
13
Oh,
piercing
shit.
damage. That is max.
All right, Valravan. He's down.
He's
That
down.
Was it. That was 13. 13 was the number you needed.
That cat just. What did it cost?
Yeah.
Round 2. I don't know why it says round 1. Edmund. You have successfully avoided being downed. None of your teammates was not as successful. While they have killed one of the cats.
His hands start coming together, sparks start flying, and you see this beam go towards the 2 cats as he attempts to turn the tips of every little fiber of fur into little bits of glitter.
Oh.
Hmm.
Fairy Fire.
Dex
Which...
saving
Okay, so this is actually an area effect spell.
I drew the
Oh.
20-foot cube right there.
So you
Yeah.
do not see their little blue fur kind of coloring that way. That is
Oh,
a
really? Oh.
dexterity saving throw. Alright, can't. Oh. Save. I'm not also including Valravan, but it doesn't matter because he's down anyway. Let's see, 13.
Light me up, Edmund.
Light my body up.
Give me that glitter for her. I'll take it.
Alright, it works. And it looks like they both failed. So you successfully light up. Go ahead.
I turned the tips of their fur into little bits of glitter.
Ah, okay. They look very sparkly.
Why do they look like the neon outlines like a video game?
Yeah, exactly.
Like you're targeting an enemy.
Yep. So you guys have advantage on all these guys, I think?
Yep. Attack rolls.
Right. Celeste's turn.
Okay. Switch back here.
Ooh, chat's now doing cat puns, which is very fun.
That
You
That's
going down
new,
was a
at least.
catastrophe.
Great. It was furry
Two
fire.
creatures.
Oh, I don't like that. There's too many implications on that one. Oh God, I can't. In the last campaign, in this campaign, I can't tell how angry these puns make me.
What? They make you angry.
I don't know. They enrage me.
Celeste is going to I guess do this. This looks interesting. I don't know what this does, but we'll find out.
Would you say that Valravn is catatonic?
She'll move up a little closer so she can
Whoa.
angle it so she just hits the cats.
Edmund, you son of a bitch, have a point of inspiration. Now, no more puns, damn
That
it.
cat got his goat.
No. Ah. Celeste unleashes
What's happening? Oh,
I don't know. I just found it on her sheet. It looked fun.
some sort of psychic ability.
that's right.
There you go.
All right.
It's not a great spell save DC. I'm gonna put that out there.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Another group save, which is also an area effect. This is intelligence save.
This isn't right. This spell save DC then. If it's 8 plus her proficiency bonus plus int. Oh, her int's 0. Never mind. It is right.
It's 10. Whoops.
Mhm.
I'm able to test my apply damage things because none of your AoEs are actually doing any damage.
Right.
One of them fails.
Okay.
The one succeeds.
We're about to find out if Celeste fails or succeeds on an
Yeah, so one of the cats gets straight up
DC
stunned.
10 intelligence saving throw.
Yes, it also affects her.
Ah, she's fine.
Does. Shakes it off.
So the cat is stunned until the end of its next turn.
Yep. I use Gloomhaven rules, basically. It's done for basically one of its turns.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be her action. And I switched names again with the wonderful maniacal laughter going.
Mm-hmm.
She's just like gleefully swinging her axe at this point.
Are you using... Okay, I was gonna ask if you're using claws or axe.
Because
it says if you want to use your claws, you have to actually use your claws to attack.
I know. It only does 1d6 slashing damage. And I haven't put them in on my sheet, so I need to put them in on my sheet for this. So I'll continue to use my axe. And because I did not pay attention to the fact that I needed to put them in on my sheet.
Right,
so
you
I'll
need
just use
actually
my
new
axe.
weapons, yeah, when you transform.
Yeah, I've got to put them in as weapons.
I mean, you can
so
just...
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay. 18 does it. Yeah, you have advantage on because of the fairy fire, but you already got it on.
Yeah, and I'm recklessly attacking. I mean, it's come on.
You already have
Oh,
that.
you don't have. Well,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna stop you if you want to do that, but you do have advantage for the fairy fire.
No, it's fine. Fairy fire, 14 damage.
Boy, she's doing like max damage over here.
She's like that meme of, I guess it's like I don't know if it's like a Harley Quinn meme or something like that, of someone just like swinging it back saying, "Someone's gonna get it." Except for she's swinging an axe.
Yeah, that took a vicious
And
slice.
that's all she can do.
Mr. Thimbleweed. That second cat looks pretty injured, and the other one is stunned. And Robin is unconscious.
Okay. I will fire my arrow into number 2.
With advantage.
With the fairy fire, you have advantage. They are
All right.
glittering in the night.
For 8 plus 1d6, I believe.
Now, we asked Chris this, but you would be obviously the better authority, is what does it look like when your bugs attack with your arrow?
When I attack with my bugs, I'll just sort of send out a swarm of them from my hand instead.
Ah, okay.
So if it doesn't, doing something else, it'll just be a regular arrow.
That's true.
For 12 damage.
All right. Yeah, we think of those bugs crawl all over that and just bite savagely, and that cat just like winces and yowls, makes horrible cat screaming noises. It's still up, but it looks real bad. Speaking of someone who looks real bad, how many death
Andy's
saves
down.
can we get this evening? Yeah.
Oh.
Death save, Mr. Robin.
I don't want to ask the question, but I'll ask the question just to be fair. Is a death save an ability check?
I don't think so. I don't think it can be affected by
Okay.
being exhausted.
That kind of stuff.
I think
mean-
death saves are
I mean,
kind
I
of a
guess-
separate thing.
Logically, it wouldn't make any sense. 'Cause you're not exhausted.
I mean, you're still trying to hang on to, but no, I would say it's just a regular roll. I don't recall specifically, but I don't think there's a whole lot of things that can affect death saves
I mean,
normally.
I guess technically, if it was anything, it would be a save, right? It'd be a saving, not
Yeah,
an ability check.
I think so. You're right.
So I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
Hold 3, you have disadvantage on saving throws.
Okay.
Ah,
So, yeah.
so maybe that would be a case. You did succeed,
Right. All right.
which is great.
Just labored breathing with this cat paw on my chest.
Yeah, and fortunately for you, that cat has been stunned. So that one looming over you is just kind of staring with its
Not-
like tongue lolled out, and doesn't get to do anything.
So, Chris, if you had the 3rd level of exhaustion, which gives you
Yeah.
disadvantage on saving throws,
Yeah.
per
that's
Jeremy Crawford, you would have had disadvantage on your death saving
fine.
throw.
Okay.
That'd be nasty.
Well, when you get to that high level of exhaustion, you're in shape.
And this one will actually use its action to disengage because it looks like it is near death, and
Hell no, it's not.
and runs.
Slashy. Oh, wait, disengage. Little bastard.
Yes.
Eh.
And will use its movement, which is considerable, and then begin basically climbing this cliff. With its claws like just turned into points. And once again, I can't quite represent how far it makes it, but you think it makes it. We'll say that it makes it to the cliff wall, and then climbs another 10 feet up the cliff, but still visible, just not in melee range. And then the other one is stunned, so the cats basically don't do anything this round, and we go to Edmund.
How long is that cat stunned for?
It is no longer stunned now. It's just that round.
You said it's just 10 feet up?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Then in that case, I make some really hard snowballs and aim for the one that's trying to climb up.
Okay. Oh, survivors.
Right.
I'll tell the other cats where we are.
Speaking of cats,
There's a cat. Edmund, you pelt that cat with a hardened snowball, and you get it like right in the back of the head. And it falls, slides down pitifully, and dies.
Can't give it a chance to rest and come back at us.
That's very true.
Hey.
Survivors.
Chris, did you make your saving throw or no?
I did make my save, yes.
Okay.
I have started the MVPC poll. Please, folks, vote for MVPC for this session.
Move her up here. Have her try to whack the cat again. One-handed. With advantage because of the fairy fire.
Yes. That advantage did help.
For 9. And she'll kick it.
Purchase with the mop.
Oh!
Ooh.
Hang on, she has a thing
Ooh.
on here. Hang
A
on.
critical hits.
Would this count as a melee weapon attack? Because it's a weapon for her.
Sure.
I can roll one of the weapon's damage dice one additional time and add it to the extra damage of the critical hit.
Oh, that's a half-orc thing, right?
Yeah, or savage attack.
Ah.
Alright, so the damage so far is 10. And we'll just re-roll the d4, so we'll add another d4 to it.
Yep.
Wait, did that roll right? That didn't roll right. It didn't roll the extra damage. It just rolled her d4 plus her dex.
You gotta roll another. Is he gonna roll another d4?
So it needs another d4 for the crit,
Yeah.
and then another d4 for her savage attacks. So an additional 2d4.
It's got the d4 on there. It's the.
That's her original damage. That's what her damage is for the attack. Is a d4 plus 3.
That's the
Yeah,
7.
that's the 7.
Yeah.
The 3
Oh,
is the
okay.
crit damage.
And the three,
Okay,
the 3 is with
yeah,
the crit.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, whoops, my bad then. So 1d4 additional damage. Oh, sorry, Celeste. I tried.
Well, that is a crit, which follows our house rules where it may force a massive damage. I believe it has to make a con save. The DC 15 variety, which it does.
Okay.
Not suffer the massive damage.
Alright,
just
so that'll
suffers
be the end of
one.
her turn.
Alright, that one looks pretty heavily injured.
And Freya will do the slow walk up again. Advantage. 16.
Yes.
8. Not much damage, sadly.
It's looking pretty damn injured, though. Bleeding from multiple wounds. Thimbleweed. I love that nobody's reviving Chris. It's safest for you on the ground.
It's fine.
Kind of at this point. It's just wait for the combat's
Yeah,
over.
you did your big move.
Yep.
Now I sleep.
Yeah, how many saves have you made?
Just one, and I was successful.
Everybody's checking to make sure you'll be okay. Yeah, you'll be fine.
Yeah. The only like danger time is like if you roll a 1, then it fails.
You have 2
right?
fails.
Yeah. So it's like you can't let another one come.
Yeah, so technically, if you ever have
I
one
roll a
failure, you're actually in danger because you could roll a 1 after that.
That's true. That's true.
That's what
Oops.
Odds
I
aren't.
don't actually cast that. I was trying to.
Legion.
I like how you click on it and your spells will do that, but when you do your
Right.
abilities, it's like here's a description in your character
Yeah.
sheet.
Right. Different buttons do different things.
Okay, well you're pretty much okay then. I'll attack.
You're
Kitty.
fine.
I'm fine. It's just a flesh wound.
You'll be fine.
I don't regret doing this now. Does he have fairy fire on him?
Still does, yes.
Yes.
Oh, another crit in this fight.
Wow.
My goodness.
All right. So that also means I roll 1 additional damage die.
This is the bugs, or which one is this? Or is this your piercer?
That's for my piercer.
Oh boy.
And then, when I do hit them, I say this: when I hit them, when I send my swarm out to get them, I'll hit them with the arrow, and then they'll start appearing, like swarming from the ground,
Okay.
crawling up the creature.
Yes. That.
And
Go ahead.
the bugs will come up from the ground and start biting them for 2 more damage.
All right. You killed them about 2 cycles of damage ago, but I like that the bugs just continue to like swarm and devour.
Hey, carrion beetles got to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah. And devour this fucking cat. Thimbleweed, you can have a point of inspiration, although it's mostly for the goat chat. I should have given you that one earlier. That was hilarious.
I'll always take an inspiration for goat chat.
Goat chat. My new
That should be the name of tonight's
my new social media.
after show.
Yeah, welcome to goat chat.
Ooh,
I'm gonna do the whole intro in goat voice. That's what this
No.
one's gonna be.
You should.
Single word sentences. Just...
Yeah. Just for funsies, while Robin.
Celeste will use her healing potion to heal Volrobin.
Give me one more death save just for funsies, because it would be 6 seconds later,
Okay.
and then you guys can be out of combat.
Ah,
Ooh,
if
a
you rolled a 20, it would've popped up.
19! Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Good at those death saves.
You guys could just watch Valravn flail on the ground. For a while.
You want to see if he naturally
Well, I
heals?
I don't think you pop back up though. You just stay unconscious. You're just stable.
I don't know. If you roll, well, if you succeed on all 3, you become stable. If you were like 20 on a death save, I think you regain 1 hit point.
Oh, okay.
I'd have to actually look that up. If you guys want, you all
Yeah,
can
if you
sit
do.
there and see if he stabilizes himself. But yeah, you'd eventually have to heal him some hit points.
Wash,
Thrashes.
wash his ragged breaths.
Bryce sees Celeste starting to go to like pour the healing potion. She just grabs her and says, "Wait, let's see."
Let's see if he can do it himself.
There is also a dead cat on top of him with bugs all over it right now as well. So that's a thing.
Yes.
All right, one more.
Stabilized.
After a while, you just see Valravn he stops bleeding. He goes.
I love that
unconscious in the
I love that it says stabilized. That's cute. Yes, he's successfully stabilized
She'll let
himself,
go
no
of
longer
Celeste
bleeding
first
out.
now. Yeah, she'll let go of Celeste now, and Celeste will pour the potion of healing down your throat.
Okay. Wait, we actually are using these potions of healings a lot now.
Yeah,
For all of these reviving people.
sure are.
Things.
Speaking of needing potions of healing, the MVPC tonight was Valravn. I think they either liked your combo or they liked just seeing your ass on the ground. I don't know.
I will take a pity vote any day.
Yeah, I'm not too big of a man to reject the pity vote. But you may roll on that MVPC table, and now you're probably hoping to get those potions of healing. There you go.
Potion of healing. All right.
You get a rebate on that one that
That's
Celeste
right.
gave you.
So was the healing on the one that Celeste did? We
2d4
done it yet?
plus 2.
Same thing. 2d4 plus 2. Yeah.
Oh, you want me to do it? Okay, I can do it.
Yeah. So if it rolls poorly, it's all on you.
Okay.
That's true. The double role play that was doing very well done.
Oh. My impression of Reese.
Yes. Your impression of Reese doing
Hey.
Thimbleweed.
Oh, yes.
It was a good impression.
Is it 2? I thought it was 2d4 plus 2. Is it plus 4?
Oh, no, it's plus 2.
Yeah.
You're right. So it's 6.
Hold your horses there.
Yep. That's the next level health potion.
Yeah. And I believe we'll have to discover who this unconscious man is next time.
Do I
as
need
you
to,
all-
uh,
Oh, you sure
do I need
do.
to-
Let's do that. Yep, thank
Yeah,
you. Let's
yeah.
do that. Give me that con
know.
save.
I don't want to, but I need to.
You like Edmund channel his
All right.
wah. It's a 15, right?
Oh, is it a 15? Sorry, I keep mixing up the massive damage one.
Yeah, it's a 15.
Yeah,
I think massive damage is 15 also. I think I used 15
Okay.
for all those numbers.
Alright.
Or no, massive damage is 10 or half the total damage. You're right. That one is different.
Right. I keep thinking that's the
Okay,
one.
yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So you can roll on the table
Oh, great.
of the lingering injuries table, and you have a
All right.
concussion.
Great.
Disadvantage
Welcome to
on
the concussion
intelligence
club.
saving
That's right.
throws. And welcome to the
We're all
concussion
just gonna be a
club.
bunch of Neanderthals. by the
Brain
time this is over.
rattled injuries. Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, Frey is only like 3 steps above Neanderthal. Let's be honest here.
and rapidly falling. All right.
Well, Robin doesn't feel so well.
I think that will do it for this week's session of Rime of the Frostmaiden. Thank you to Chris, Heather, Rochelle, Raymond, and Reese for playing. Thank you to our wonderful fans for watching. Thank you to the awesome patrons. Shoutouts to Platinum patrons, Joe, Will, Time Dancer, Manuel, Wizard Princess, Christopher Thomas, Captain Mike, Adam, Aiden, Instant Lose, Smaug, Roger, Stan, and Nathan. And gold patrons, RPG Papercrafts, Charming Grenade, Pretty Boy, and Yuma, Marcos Dade, Vicente, Gilberto, Dead Lizard, Lounge, Sam, Ross, Lumpy Spuds, Jerome, Fatboy 619, Sklenny, Nick, Farty McButterpants, Blood, Angel, Veronis, Baboon, Sean, A.K. Cert 2B, Nathan, and Fast Like a Tortoise, streaming our D&D adventures every week, and we will see you next time. Happy music time. You didn't get murdered by big cats, but maybe next time you will. He will bring more cats. They will eat Fall Robin. And kill you all, and the goats will eat your dead bodies.